This show has been made possible by Camcake's photo accessories. There's a great link in the description to be able to pick up this cleaning kit for your camera. Make sure to check. Hello and welcome to Zulf Photography. Photography live show. So it's another episode and it's going to be an interesting one. Just making sure all the levels are okay and we're good to go. Thank you for joining me today. And we've had a few of these. This is the number 7. They were known as the Edit My Raw show, where we basically mainly focused on editing photos. But of course, it's slowly evolved and now we've got loads more segments. So thank you for joining in, and everybody in chat, make sure to say hello. It's got a slight delay on it, so it'll take about 30 seconds or so to filter through. So I'll answer your questions as they come through. And I think it's time we go straight into it. I've got some interesting news articles that I want to bring to your attention. Kind of catch up on this week's news in photography before we continue, really. So in terms of photography articles, what is HDR photography? It's a good question they raised in Digital Camera World. They do loads of amazing articles online, so it's something to look at, especially if you're into photography. And you might have heard of high dynamic range and how people get better photos. So James did a great article and a video. James does quite a lot of photography. He's done stuff with Aston Martin and L'Oreal, so he knows his stuff. The main gist of it is basically taking multiple photos so you get the best from the photos that you're taking. So you kind of take 2 or 3 at different exposures and then you compile them together with some software. So in that example there, you can see the background is quite good, but the front's not. So that was an interesting article. I'll link you to that in the description. It'll be worth looking at. And does anyone actually use Camera Wi-Fi? So cameras have Wi-Fi built in. But who uses Camera Wi-Fi these days? Tell me that. Let me know in the comments, or if you're watching in replay, comments, but if you're here now, the chat. So you basically connect to the Wi-Fi network. You can take a photo and then share the photo. That's what a mobile phone does, doesn't it? But yeah, loads of new cameras seems to be the in thing at the moment. You want Wi-Fi on your camera. So if you do have a use for it, let me know. It'll be interesting to hear what you use yours for. This again was Digital Camera article, and this is a fun one. So I was watching one of these Reddit posts and they mentioned about this photographer. So a photographer takes expressive portraits of dogs that show they have as much personality as a human. So you can see there, it's kind of like taking it in a different direction, really. So I checked out the website. She's a great photographer. She's got a good Instagram following as well. But there's a nice one I'll show you there. Look at that one there. How cool is that? But yeah, don't be limited by your photography. You can go in any direction you want to go. And it's always nice to see people doing stuff a bit more amusing, isn't it? Yep. So Reddit, well done. SW33 Sui. He's got a new camera, XT3, and that's his first photo. You're doing well, mate. Keep going. And as always, we do have our podcast, Zulf Talks Photography Podcast. So if you're familiar with the types of things we talk about on our YouTube channel, you can actually check us out on the podcast. We talk about things like getting the most from your camera for photography and along those lines. And let's have a quick look and see how we're doing. Let me know if there's any problems with the audio or if everything's got right. Hi Lakshmi, welcome. Thanks for joining. We're coming to the Edit My Raw section soon. I thought I'll warm up. I know you're going to filter in as we go on, so I like to make a little intro and cover off the main bits, and then we kind of come over to you guys. But yeah, make sure to say hello if you're here from Reddit, because we have a segment for Reddit retouchers where they actually look at our photographs. But before we get there, it's time to have a look into the future.
Greetings, my children. It is I, the mystical erratic, coming forth to bring you messages from the beyond. I will begin to tell you now what I am experiencing in my head. I do not have my crystal ball with me, but alas, what I do have is my 7-Up can. What could it possibly mean? Well, I'll tell you what it could possibly mean. It sounds like that many of you will be rushing in to buying this sort of thing, thinking that any of you can become a simple photographer. And that may be true. It is an art. And with art comes many things. That is all, my children. Leave me now. Shoo, be on, be on.
With art comes many things, indeed. So Mystic Erratic, he makes some great skit, funny comedy type insertions for us just to keep us amused. Make sure to check out his channel. I'll link it in the description. And yes, we've had a few more guests pop in. So thank you everybody that's popping in and joining. We've got your Edit My Raw section, which we're going to look at. But before we do that, we do have a guest today that I spoke to before and I pre-recorded the session. And Vishnu Kumar, thanks for joining. Hi, how are you? Hoping you're doing well today. Nice weekend. So we spoke to Violet and I asked her about smartphones. So can smartphones replace DSLR cameras?
In the first place, I would say, it's great to take photos and even video on mobile phones. Whether you have a Huawei or Samsung or iPhone, they're all equally good in terms of camera. Some people will argue the one is better than the other, but still it takes a photo on a tiny little sensor. So it's all the same. And then you go to DSLR and you see, the big difference when you pull these photos into a program like Premiere Pro or Lightroom or something, and you have to deliver a specific quality to a client. And there's just no match between cell phone photos and DSLR photos when it comes to delivering a product to a client. We have some clients where we take photos of the racing in the desert. And then, you can't do that on a cell phone. The cars are moving fast and you have to zoom further than what a cell phone can do. And also when you deliver the final product to the client, they'll be printing those photos for the side of the trucks where the cars are being packed into and where the spares are being packed. And that truck is a 40-foot container that moves along the highway. And you can't print a digital photo from a phone in that size without a whole lot of pixelation. Take any sort of picture and you blow it up, you do get a certain amount of pixelation. And then, you get cameras that shoot in 50 megapixels right now. And that you can blow up to about a 10-meter billboard. But, if you're going to work on something small, anything A4, A5, up to maybe, I would say, a little poster, that would be fine on mobile photography. But as soon as you go bigger or larger than a meter by a meter, I wouldn't be printing the mobile photos on a meter by meter printer.
Yeah, Violet, that was really interesting. Thanks for sharing that because I asked you about the smartphone and DSLR scenario. So it's good that you mentioned about the megapixels and how small photos on mobile phones won't be able to be blown up. Like obviously professionals use photography and bigger sensors, different types of cameras, so they can go and give that demand for advertising. So that was me speaking to Violet. Make sure to check out the description for her channel. She makes some great content. And let's have a look. How are we doing, guys, in chat? How are we doing? Yes, smartphones. Let's have a look. I've got Lakshmi. Smartphones cannot completely replace DSLR because computational photography will always be different from actual. Yes, you're right. How close? Yes, it's getting very close. You're right, Lakshmi. It's getting very close. It's interesting because with mobile phones, what happens is they'll give you their sensors and they'll say it's 30 megapixel, 40 megapixel. But if you remember how small the sensor is, they're basically compacting more megapixels on a small area. So it's interesting. In low light, it's not always great. They've come a long way, don't get me wrong, but there's still a lot more they could do. So I think it's time we went into the main segment of the show. So a lot of you have come over from Reddit. We have our little post there weekly, which is great. Thank you everybody that takes part. And I like to look at your photos. It's always great to see what you're doing with these. And let me tell you, there's been some good ones. I've dug out some photos for you guys from my Edit My Raw. Well, I've dug them out for Edit My Raw, but it's from one of my street albums that I found in Lightroom. So I make loads of different albums, and I knew I had loads of photos. Couldn't find them. I found the album. And yeah, there's loads of more interesting photos coming your way. So I've got chat up just above me, so I'll hopefully see you as you comment. So okay, this time I gave you ships on lake. I said ships, but they're more like boats. They're like little dinghy boats. This photo was the one that I took opposite of the last week's one we gave you, the building and the scenery, the landscape one is basically turning around, and the opposite direction is a reservoir. For those that are familiar, Edgbaston Reservoir is where it was. The steam cleaner, which is in Brindley Place, the guy was steam cleaning, and that was quite an old photo, to be honest, and a fashion portrait. I gave you 3 photos. Let me show you those photos. Okay, so that is 1, which is the steam cleaner. That is 2, which is the boats. And that was the fashion portrait. So I've had loads of submissions. I've seen all the entries. Well done, everyone. You've been impressive there. So let's have a look and get them up for you now. So, okay, let me go from oldest to newest, because that way we get the people that submitted it first, so I don't miss anybody. Okay, so Albin, thank you. Second time. I saw some stuff from him last time, and he's one to keep an eye on, guys. He's one of the good ones. Okay, so if I bring up his photo, Albin, here we go. I have another monitor here set up landscape, and it looks sweet. Nice edit. Let me bring it up so we can make it bigger screen. I'll bring up the unedited image with it so you can see what it's done. It's possible he's given us a breakdown. Let me have a look. And hello, we have some people dropping in chat. It's always nice to see you guys coming in. And Vincent here, hello. Hi Scott, how are you, mate? Thank you. I'm coming to yours. You're lucky you've made it in time. We're gonna have a look at these amazing edits, but it's exciting because some of these photos I've been looking at, and I've been trying to figure out how did you guys do that. So I'm glad you're here for us to check it out. Okay, so this one is okay. I'll get you guys to let me know what you think as well. I like the crop. Let me check his post. Actually, he may have. I took a go on the portrait change his heavy blue into something more pleasant and tried to keep it natural. So good job. You definitely did that. I like the slight purpley tinge around it. It draws more attention to the deeper blues, which are more warm, I'd say. And I also like the crop you did. You cropped it just under her elbow, which looks quite sleek. Get rid of that. Let me see if I can. Okay, there we go. Sharp. Let's have a look at the original. It was a good one. One of the better photos that I took, because obviously the fashion runway has lighting as well. Nice job. Good detail. Good colors. Let me know, guys. What do you guys think in chat? Anything standing out that I'm missing? Well, I like that. That's a really good edit. That was a sweet one. Okay, let's get up the second one. Leb. Yes, Leb. He's another regular one. He's done a few for us. And this time he's done some comments, because last week we said to him, let us know your thinking behind the shots. So if I bring up his shots, Leb's ones are Leb 1. Okay. Let's bring that up here. Just be a second. It's behind me. Bring it onto this screen. Okay, here we go. Now, so Leb's done a nice one here. I was thinking people will go this way with it. He's kind of gone the fluorescent colored and black and white, but there's one that really stuck out. Wait for that coming through. I saw that edit. I was like, yo, that was an actual sweet job. Okay, so that's Leb's first one. Let me read his explanation. So for the first one, my favorite, I made a black and white by leaving in color the person with the fluorescent jacket. This gives a pretty artistic side to this photo, definitely. It's really like, especially in the current times, it's basically is washing away all the dirt, you can say. But it was taken about 3 years ago, possibly. But I like the fact that that was 3 or 4 photos at the time. First one, he was starting up. Second one, I missed. And this was my third shot that I got. but I was hoping it'd be more like in kind of engrossed him. But yeah, nice job. Enough detail. And then let me show you the original for the guys so you can compare it. Okay, that's coming up behind me for some reason again. Okay, here. Okay, that's the original. And that's Leb's edit. Oh wow, yeah. See, getting rid of that distracting color there draws your attention to him. So nice job. I like and he's even brought out more detail in. Yeah, look at that. Look at his shoulder and the shadows. Let me bring that in. So you can actually see the guy now. I could probably recognize him if I saw him again. Whereas my original one is a bit hazy. You can see that. But then they are raw photos. So I'm glad you brought the detail out in that. Let's zoom back out. Okay, that was his first one. He's done all three, which is great. Let's get his explanation up. If you're in chat, let me know, Leb, because I know I missed you the last time. The second photo is a portrait. The photo itself is very well done, and there's not much to modify to make it more beautiful. For originality, I changed the overall color of the photo from purple to blue. Yes, Lightroom calibration is very convenient for this, and I use it regularly. Okay, that's great. So now we know he uses Lightroom as well. Because I like to know what types of programs you guys are using, because it's always good to learn. Because some guys use Capture. Why does this keep opening behind me? Let me get it. It's like the back monitor was set as default. Okay, here we go. And let's bring up the original. That's Leb's other edit. That was that's the original, and that's Leb's edit. Nice. Yeah, he cropped it in again. And I like how you did the blue justice. The blue is actually blue now. Because before, I think the background was purple and the lighting was kind of adjusting the blue of her dress. Nice job, good detail. Impressive. Especially bringing it forward a bit gives it more attention. Wow, you guys know your stuff, don't you? I'm calling you Leb for short, but it's Leb Annex. Let me know how you say that, Leb. Because I was calling Jonas for ages. Sorry, but now I know. So next time he's in, I'll make sure I say his name properly. But yeah, okay, that was Leb's, and I've got a number 3 from Leb as well. His number 3 is, yes, the ships. Has this opened behind me again? Why does it keep opening behind me? Okay, so Leb's. Okay. The water's got more depth in it. The sky. Let me bring the original so we can see a direct comparison. Wait. Okay, that's the original. Okay, well, see the reflections. Oh yeah. I think that extra detail in the clouds gives it that little bit of extra as well. Thank you, Leb. Nice job. I've got your description for the last. Let me check this description 1 minute. So finally, the last photo is a landscape. For this one, I also use the calibration to make it redder, and it goes well with the trees in the background. Yes, definitely. The autumn season really gives great color, and I just accentuated it. Thanks for sharing and love to see. Yes, thank you very much. Hopefully, I'll see you. We're still going for a bit, so let me know, Leb, if I miss you. I've got someone else here. Xander, hello, mate. How are you doing? Thanks for joining us. It's always great to see you guys come in, because I like to see you on the videos as well, because I can speak to you and kind of talk about the edits. And it's nice to see, but I'm making it through. I've done 2 so far, so we're slowly getting through all these photos. And do let me know if you have any questions or anything else. I can always take a little break from Edit My Raw, and we can talk a bit about recent developments in photography or software. Raj, I know he is in chat. So Raj, you are next, and another set of amazing photos. And he's done the boats. Good job. Let me bring up the original boats, and then let me bring up Raj's boats. Raj boats. Okay, interesting. Why did that not save? Let's just save that quickly. download. So that's Raj's edit. I'm just downloading it now. And let's go. You can see that there. So we're looking at that edit right now. He's cut it down a bit. He letterboxed it, which is always good, draws attention to it. I'm just saving it, and let me make sure it's in entries, because I think I put it in the other folder by mistake before. Raj. Save. There we go. Okay, so if I close that, story of the edit we've got. So let's bring up the two photos. Oh, it's come behind me again. There we go. It's coming. It's coming. Okay, there. Wow. So he's made it like a postcard, hasn't he? He's done a good one there. Let me bring the original up. That's the original. Let me get rid of the other one. That was Lebs. Okay, there. Yeah, I like he does that. Sometimes I think you have too much in the photo. So in my original, there was too much foreground, which wasn't really adding to the photo. So Lakshmi, Raj, nice one. And I like the trees. He's brought some, has he brought my detail? Because now look, you can see the individual. See that? You can see it in more clarity as well. So he's done some additional effect. Well, let me read his, he's given us some information. The image had an autumn vibe already going, so it was natural for me to pick that vibe for initial touches, brought up exposure and reduced contrast and highlights, then basic tone curves, corrections and sharpening. Yes, you can tell, see, all that in the photo shows nicely. Then for the color correction, made oranges and yellows more prominent because of autumn feel. Yes, the boats at the left were lit up and bright, so wanted to add the artificial sun effect like the last time. Yes, because this photo is the opposite direction to the last time photo I gave you. It's basically looking in two directions, north and south. I have graduated filter running across from left to right with a warm yellow feel. Then the skyline and sky got a bit of blue using another graduated filter. Little more HSL changes gave the final result, and that was a nice edit. I like the deepness in the water as well. It's kind of drawing you in as well. That was the original. That's the edit. Nice job. Let's just make sure we're doing okay, folks. Let me know if you have any questions. And it's great to see Xander, Scott, Lakshmi, Vishnu Kumar. Hi all guys, great to see you in. And we're working through the edit my raw photos. Let's have a look. We have Alan. Alan, are you in chat? Because I saw your picture and I was interested. So he's put it in. Here's my take on the ships and on the steam guy. So let me bring up his, because he had added in. Let's have a look. Okay, steam guy and ships. I'm interested if he edited this on his phone or not. Is that open behind me again? Keeps opening in the back screen because I've got like 3 monitors set up here, and for some reason it thinks the default screen is the back one, which it isn't. Okay, he's gone for a bit more of an evening feel. He's gone like a bit darker with it, and the colors are different, but this might have been closer. No, I think it was golden hour, so there was some tinging from the sun. Let's have a look at the original, and he's edit. I think there is a slight lag, so I'm getting messages 30 seconds after you type them, so I might be out of tune with what you guys are seeing sometimes. But do let me know. I'll always just keep an eye on chat. Okay, so he's gone a bit darker with this one, but you know what? Let me just, has he got details on it? Alan, well done. You know why? Because your edit is better than my original photo. Because if I draw your attention to this sail here, you can see all that business there, where it's kind of the sun shining on and it's getting rid of all the detail. Look what he's managed to do. Look at that. Oh, wrong one. Wait, further along. There. So 3674. In my photo, the raw, nothing. So he pulled that out very well. So in a way, he's brought back the detail more to focus on what was happening at the time. That probably has to be my best. Of the 6 episodes so far, that has probably going to be my... We're on the 7th one now. 7th week. Well done, everyone, for joining me. It's been fun. It's going to carry on being fun, hopefully. 3674. So that's the award for bringing back the detail from the photo. I have to make some sort of like stamp or something that I can give each time that happens. Okay, Alan7331, nice job. And he had another photo he gave me, the steam. Let's have a look at that one. And of course it's open behind me, hasn't it? Let's bring it over here. Okay. Okay. Alan, hi mate. Thank you. You've been awarded. Have I given that award? Okay, guys, you guys will know. But if I look at that detail, you'll be surprised. He kind of brought back the text. Let's have a look. Yeah, so I try to manipulate the light with the luminance to the okay. What are you using, Alan? What software are you using for that? Because that was a really nice bring out of the detail. Okay, the one we're looking at the moment is Alan again. You are on your Steam one, Lightroom. Ah, interesting. I might try it because I've been using Lightroom for a while, and I've started using Raw Therapy just to play about with. Have you had any experience with that? What do you think about that? Alan's second one is a Steam one. So let me bring up the original Steam. Again, he's done some good work here. So if you notice, I normally pay attention to like the most noticeable bits. So in my original image, it was like a bit hazy. See, he's kind of there, but he's a bit like, not as detailed. But look at that. I've gone in closer and there's even more clarity there. Nice, nice. And just have a look. So, Alan, what do you normally do? Are you mainly a retoucher? Do you have any other hobbies that you like to do? Is it photography or just the images that you do? Because it's interesting you've got the eye for that detail that you managed to pull out on that. And let's have a look. Okay, that was Alan's one. Let me see who else we have. Vincent, I know he's in chat. Uber Vincent, is that you the same? Let me just check. Xander, are you Vincent? Because I know sometimes the Reddit names are different to the YouTube names. Let me know if you're here. But yeah, okay. So Autumn Day again, and Uber Vincent did a nice job again. Let me bring up his Uber. Scott is Vincent. That's it. Sorry, Xander. Okay, I gotta make a mental note. Scott is Vincent. So now we're looking at your images. I was very looking forward to these. Let me bring up the Autumn Day one. So Uber Vincent. It's open behind me. I'll fix it for the next one, where it opens on this screen. I have to do the Windows key and the up because it's Windows 10, isn't it? So it's like locking screens. Okay, so this one. Ooh, wait a minute. Did I just spot something there that wasn't there? Let me check. Let me bring up the original. Because my eye's just been drawn to something. And I don't know if it was already there and I just didn't pay attention. Or that you've added it. Oh, come on. Come over here. Or wrong screen. Okay, here. There. So I'm comparing. Okay, yeah, he has added it. The birds. Yeah. Vincent. Scott. Vincent. He's one to keep an eye on. Okay, so look at that sky. And look at those birds there. Is that a bird as well? Because basically my photo was blown out. The sky was just ridiculous. So he's done us... yeah, the birds, yeah. I'm a bit slow on chat. Waiting for the video. So pulling out a lot of detail is what I tend to do. Yes. Yes. You guys saw it before I saw it, the birds. Yeah, I think it's giving it that extra pop, isn't it? As soon as I opened it, I was like, were the birds there? And I just lost the detail and he pulled it out. Did he add the birds? But they look natural. They look like they were there. They could have been there. Nice color as well. I like the slight sun kind of. He might have had an explanation. Oh no, but he's in chat, so you can let us know. Did you? Oh, that's the original. Ooh, that's probably the award for the best addition to an image. Well done. Yay. Okay, and Yes, Scott. It is a spot the difference. This one was color from camera raw, but BW value from capture one. Yes, I do notice that quite a lot of people like to use both. They'll like, or they'll do some edits in basic edits in Lightroom, and then they'll go into capture one. Because I think of capture one, is capture one that you get, well, you don't get, but is it Hasselblad that kind of use capture one? I can't remember. I remember it for some reason. Am I right or wrong? But yes, okay, that's his first one. I'm already impressed. Let's have a look at his next one. Canon. Is it Canon that it comes with? What do Hasselblads use? Let me see if I can quickly search that. Capture one. Oh no, it's phase one, is it? 1 minute. I'm getting confused, I think. Hasselblad Capture One. But yeah, you can, well, it's a raw editing program, but for some reason I kept thinking it's made by Hasselblad or something. I can't remember where from. But yeah, anyway, that's a different topic. You can probably educate me on that. You guys probably know. Okay, let me check. We're good. Ah, okay. Used to be Canon app. Okay. Okay. She looks dangerous is the second one. And let's see. You know, I'm not going to close this because it opens another window. I'm going to see if I can open it via this. That's the original. And then Uber Vincent. And it opens behind me, doesn't it? It's just mocking me is what it's doing. It keeps opening in my third monitor. Left. Okay, here she comes. Oh, wow. Looks like a bit of color vignetting going on here. Not vignetting. What is that? Okay. So a darkness around in the corners, a bit darker. But yeah, it definitely draws in more, a lot more. Because if you notice here, that was, can you see this one? Let me just make sure I'm showing you the right, yeah, that's fine. That bit there was all a bit dark. Vignette, yeah. See, I'm not good with my terms. I can see it and kind of understand, but I never remember the words for them. So it's good to have you guys here to correct me. Okay, and also I like, you know, here that light that was distracting. He's gone to the detail of getting rid of that light. Now it's kind of drawing you straight to her. There's no messing about. Has he done some additional work on her face? Or is that just me? Because I know Johannes is one of our regulars that he does like additional slight glitches to the face to kind of give you a bit of a fairy look. Okay, no work, yeah. Something looks better though. Is it just the lighting's better and it makes it look more sharp? I think that's what it is. Her eyes look a bit more distinguished. Good job. Well done, Vincent. Thank you. Just lightening it. Okay, it's amazing how much effect that has, isn't it? Like adding a bit more depth to it. Ah, okay, yes. Red light values are lighter. Okay, nice. Let me have a look at the next one because it's getting better and better now. He's got his third one. He's hat trick. Black Plague. I like the title. Yeah, Johannes is our. To be honest, at the moment, out of all the edits I've had, Johannes is the one that's kind of got the balance of the face edits. But it'll be good to, Scott, I reckon if you give it a shot, I'll be interested to see how you can do it as well. It depends. Some people like different edits, but just that if you have a look at the last episode or the one before that, it was called Edit My Role before. But he basically made the face edits a little more fairy tale. And then we can give that award to Scott. He can be our new resident professional face beauty maker, or we can have two. It doesn't have to be a competition. Both as good as each other. That's still a good option. Having two is better than one. Black Plague. So I like the title already. I don't know if I said that, because that kind of gives you that idea of, oh, you know, he's cleaning it away, he's washing it away. Let me open it. And he's open behind me again. This screen is just, come on, come over here. Okay, here we go. We got it coming. Yes, you're right, Scott. Look, it's fine. I think next time when you're in, I'll give you a beauty image. Well, not you, but I'll put one in Edit My Raw. And I'll give Johannes a little nudge and say, yo, mate, we had him on the show last time and he was talking to us. It was really good. He was able to give us like his point of view. He's a really good guy. He's got good edit skills. But yeah, 1v1 Scott v Johannes. We can arrange that. Okay, here we go. Black Plague. Oh, wow. It's got a whole new element to it, isn't it? It's like, you know, it'll be interesting. This is the place that I took the photo is a canal just behind it. And this brings that canal feel into it, like the narrow boats and things. I've got some of those photos. Let me know if you're interested in editing any of those, because it'd be good to see you edit those. But yeah, okay, let me bring the original up. The original was a bit all over the place, as in is a wide option. I like the fact that you drew it in. Let me get rid of this one. I like the fact that you letterboxed it, dropped it in. But yeah, that detail has come out. Energy. It looks nice. And plus I like the reflections here as well, showing that there's buildings behind there. So Uber Vincent, also aka Scott Dyer. Well done, mate. You have impressed. I know all of you guys are really good, to be honest. You all do really good edits, but sometimes I notice little things that kind of make me think, oh, wow, okay. It's those little attention details, isn't it? That kind of give you that bit of a extra oomph in the image. Okay, let me see. Who else do we have? Alpha John. John. How am I saying that? If you're in chat, let me know, Alpha John. It's possible you're here. And he's done a couple of edits on the Steam one. So he's kind of done a Steam Cleaner edit, monochrome, and I'll bring him up in a bit. Okay, so Steam Cleaner. Let's see what he was able to do with this one. Okay, the one that stood out is Magi Poo, but he's coming later. Oh, okay, here we go. Juan. Yes, I'm really bad with spelling. Sorry. As in reading names and things. So Juan. Okay, so Xander is our Alpha Juan. Hello, mate. Nice to have you here. Thank you for joining us. I'm gonna have a look at some of these beautiful edits now. We're hopefully gonna have a nice time with these. Okay, let me bring the originals. That is the original. Let me bring in Juan's. Okay, there's two versions of this. There's one which obviously opened behind me. Okay, let's have a look at this bad boy. Ooh. Okay, so the thing I'm noticing straight away, have you cropped it or did you get rid of that? Okay, let me see. So you know that board there? Oh, my thing's going. There's like a little. Each building has like a name board on it in that place that I was at. So I can notice you've either removed it. Ah, yeah, you have. So how did you do that? Was that in Lightroom? And which tool did you use for that? Because it's hard to notice that it's gone. Like the brickwork, the lining. Because normally what happens if you like adjust it, the lining kind of goes off. Oh, you cropped it. Wow. Okay. Ah, I was thinking maybe you kept the same. Yeah, I didn't notice you cropped it. Okay. That's an easier fix than what I was suggesting. Okay, nice job. Okay, he's done two of these. Let me just look at the other one. Ooh, all black and white. I wonder, what do you guys think? All black and white or him fluorescent? Because what would have been nice is trying to get some detail out in the face, maybe, possibly. Because that black bit there is a bit too dark. But it was dark anyway, so yeah, it was already black. You couldn't do anything with black, because there's nothing there to bring back. But now, okay. Nice job. I like that. Okay, let me have a look at... okay, that's the two ships on the lake. That is going to be... Let's have a look. That's the original. And we're bringing up Juan's edit now. Let me make sure... Ah. Okay, a bit more of a... What color would you say that is? On my monitor, it looks slightly light green. Is that right? And also, it looks like you managed to get quite a bit of detail back as well. Because you can see the individual people sitting on the boats. 3674. Nicely done. I like with these, you see how now that you've edited it and you've gone to that effort of bringing the colors out. If you look at the difference, so it's, I'm doing 1080p streaming, so you probably won't be able to see the full quality, but look at that. You can actually see the person nicely and clearly, whereas on my original RAW, it was like a bit hazy. So it's good to see that kind of level of sharpness coming out. I sharpened a bit, then ran split toning. All digital has shadows to magenta. Split toning, cyan and green. I crop. Okay, nice. Split toning. I've always heard it, but is that basically getting two separate colors and then going to the extreme on one and the other extreme on the other, so you don't lose the detail? Is that the right explanation? Because I've heard it, but I don't really. It might be good to see it. I might do a search on it or something. It's grading. Okay, that's fine. Okay. Yeah, because I've got a slight idea in my head how it works, but the terms, sometimes people use different terms for them. Is it known as another one as well? Grade, shadow, highlights. Okay. Okay, that's nice, Juan. Thank you. And you know what? I'm impressed with these. What you guys do is, I reckon if I had an image, saying like an example, I had an image of something that I needed more detail of, like a car number plate, and it was really far away. I reckon if I put it in edit my RAW, and one of you guys, Scott or Xander, looked at it, Juan, and you could have probably edited it and got me the number plate again. It's like spy stuff, isn't it? Getting extra detail out that wasn't there. As long as it's RAW, I suppose it's in the background somewhere, isn't it? It's kind of just getting the detail back out with the right type of thing. That's your side hustle. If anybody's caught running away, you guys act as their backup, where you can get extra number plates for people that are doing bad things. Interesting. Okay, for Juan, nice job. Have I missed one of him? He's got one more. Fashion. The fashion one will be, ooh, nice crop there, Juan. Let me bring up the original. Yes, that's it. Like, when I've always seen that in CSI, when they go to that extreme level and they kind of get. But you know what? On CSI, the guys that are tech, they're not that expert in tech. They're good at the forensic side of stuff. When it's like photography rated, they need one of you guys to come out there and say, wait a minute, you've got a photo, but you know what? Let me adjust it, and you can actually see the person, who they are. Like CCTV footage, which is really bad, but that's low quality to start off with, isn't it? Okay, that's the original. That's the edit. That was a nice crop. The other crop I saw, the elbow was a bit further cropped, but this one we've got a bit of spacing there, which is nice, which means we can see her other hand on her hip. A bit of work on the face, possibly a bit of blurring because she looks a bit smoother. Is that right? Yeah, we need, that is a good idea, Lakshmi. Can someone invent a CCTV camera that shoots raw 10-bit? Reduce the exposure on the hands. Yes. Okay, let me bring the original. Yes, that needed to happen. See, now that you mentioned it, Xander. See, I wouldn't have noticed that, but now you told me it, I can notice that extra bit. Okay, so the face, am I just... There were some hot spots, or is it just the colors a bit more warmer now? Is that the case? Wow. Okay, that looks good there. Oh, sorry, wrong one. Okay, there. So, yes, you have got some skills there, sir. Nice job, Juan. Okay, that was a nice one, to be honest. Okay, more warmer on the face and muted the violet colors. Yes, that helped out bring the detail, I think. That was a nice job. Okay, that was Juan's edit. Hope you like it. Thanks. Yes, thank you very much for those edits. I'm always glad that you guys do those edits for us. It's good for me to see it because I learn things from there, like the little things that you would normally miss. And also it's great when you come and chat because then I can pick up some, like ask you some questions. And we're all going to invent that CCTV shooting raw. We're on that case. We'll have loads more photos for you in the edit my raw. You can get number plates, which you can bring back. Starlight. Okay. Starlight, are you in chat by any chance? Say hello if you are. It'll be good to hear from you. We got sales and street. Let me open up. That's the original. And more. Let's have a look. One, and we have Starlight. Okay, should open the ship one first. There's one more you guys gotta wait for. I don't know if you saw it coming. If you saw it already in the Reddit post, you might know. But there's a really good edit. Well, not good. A really nice edit. It was a good edit, which I saw one of the guys do of the steam cleaning. And it's you hang around for that. I think you'll enjoy it. Okay, is this open behind me? Yes, this is open behind me. Let's bring it over here. Okay, this one. You know what? Starlights. You live up to your name. Okay, you can't see it 1 minute. There. Oh, God. Let me make it big screen. It's got that fairy tale kind of look about it. That bit there is amazing. Edit my CCTV. That is happening, mate. That is going to be happening, Lakshmi. Get on it. We're going to set that up. Yeah, that's it. That is like, you know what? That I might actually print out, you know. That is worthy of a print on a canvas and to be stuck up. So Starlight, it's got this magical feel about it. It's got that warm. If you guys watch the Merlin series, BBC, or even Game of Thrones, or maybe even Harry Potter, possibly, it's got that kind of feel about it over there. Ah, clarity slider pulled to the left technique. Interesting. So it's basically making it a bit hazy and like not as detailed, but it's got that luminance, like magical feel about it. Yes, I think you're right. Starlight gets the best photo painter award. What we'll do is I'm going to remember all of these. I'm going to go back and, because what I normally do is I like to go back and comment. Fuzzy, okay. But sometimes I think that making it fuzzy, it makes it nice in some scenarios. In this example, I like it. Let me see if the detail's there. Ah, okay. So maybe use the rectangular gradient tool on the top left. Xander's saying Starlight does a lot of edits like this. Oh, okay. I'm gonna have to keep an eye on him. It's the first time I've seen one from him. But let's see if... Okay, he gets a painter award, but the 3674 here is not as detailed as the earlier one that we gave an award out for bringing back detail from a photo. And also, you know what? If it was teamed up with the birds, could that be like a whole new level? I reckon it could. But yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm impressed by that. I could just look at that all day. Nice job, Starlights. He has another one. He has given us two. He's given us street. Weekly edit challenge. I'll have a look at that. Because that's... I was speaking to the mods about that to see if I could do some type of challenge there where the best person gets like a prize. Because we have a sponsor for our show, so I could share stuff like possibly... Like sometimes I get memory cards, sometimes batteries. But yeah, I'm already trying to work with them, but just want to make sure that it's within the rules and stuff. So we'll get there. Okay, street. So he's got that. Starlight was a good one. Starlight street. Okay, same effect, isn't it? Now that you mentioned it, Xander, I can see it. Was it Scott? Sorry. Yeah, about the effect. It was Scott, I think. Yes. Yeah, it was Scott. So it's that slider making it fuzzy, basically, isn't it? The pull down, the clarity slider. But here, it doesn't work as well as the other one, because ideally in the street one, let me bring up the original. In the street one, in the street one, that yellow has become more, the green has become more yellow. So it was green, and now it's yellow. But I would have preferred if he was still sharp, if that makes sense. I don't know. But nice job. Again, I see what you mean now. He's got like a distinctive look, hasn't he, which he goes for sometimes. So, okay, nicely done. That was Juan. Let me get rid of that one. Okay, so that was his 2 edits. Nicely done. That painting award goes to Starlight. Good job. Starlight's 82. Let me see if I can quickly sneak peek. Let me see. Edit my raw. Remove some unnecessary parts. I was hoping I could see one of his other photos. Okay. Should we have a quick look at another one? Let me have a quick look at this while here. Okay. That was from Starlight. Moody Tunnel. Okay. Interesting. So I get what you mean. Okay. So that's his distinctive thing now, isn't it? Okay. Majipu. This is the one I was picking up, guys. One of these is I liked anyway. It reminds me of something which I'll tell you when I get to the photo. So, okay, awesome images to work with. Times off here are my goals. Majipu made it to us last time, so thank you again, Maji. And when you're watching on replay, comment and let us know how it comes on. Okay, so woman portrait. Let me open that up. Majipu is here. Okay. It's open behind me, hasn't it? Come on over there. Oh, has Majipu done a Starlight special? Because this one to me looks like possibly Starlight style. A bit like, you know, the eyes were sharper. Let me bring up the original. Oh, okay. You know what? Fair play. Magi, you know what you did? Similar to one of the earlier ones where they got rid of the distracting light. I like how you got rid of the 2 distracting lights above a head. So good job for detail. That one there and that one there he's got rid of. And then, I'm not sure. Is the face a bit too bright? Or is it just me? I like it. I'm just trying to figure out why or what the edit was different. So if I look at that. Wait a minute. Has he done some face work? Or is that a different... Am I looking at it at a different angle? Because that looks... The jawline there looks a bit... Yes. Face has shadows very light. Yeah. So something's happened on the face, I think. Wait. He's provided... Okay. Softened the skin. Edited the exposure in parts. Made her dress and background blue instead of purple. Corrected the skin tone on her hand. And spot healed some bokeh out as it was distracting on the background. Okay. So he's not mentioned about any face work, but for some reason there looks more definition in the face. But good job. That was a nice edit. Boat landscape. Let me have a look at the boat one. The boat one is... Wait, let me get the original up first. I bet it's an open up behind me, isn't it? Let me get rid of Starlights. And this one is Majipu's. Let me see if I can open it within this. Okay. Okay. He's gone for a brighter feel on this, hasn't he? Let's have a quick look here. Nicely done. It's got like more of a... Not a... what's it? Pastel colors? No. Yeah, okay. So this one... I'm not sure. What do you guys think? That darkness that was there, that darkness, I thought it made the sails of the boats kind of pop out. But in here, now there's a bit bright oil painting. That's what I was looking for. That's the word. I was saying pastel colors. Now that that darkness has come out, would you prefer seeing the detail in the darkness there? Or did you like it being dark, as in being black, so the whites of the sails stood out? I'm not sure. I like it. The boat's pick is so dynamic. That's the word. Lord of the retouches. Lord of the Rings. That's a good idea. That one there. But you know what? Fair play. If you look at the house, has he cropped it as well? Okay, count the boats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, yes. So he's cropped out the later boat. And that house there. Let's have a look. Can we look into the? Let's do some CSI stuff. Let's see if we can look into the house. Okay, that house is there. And in the unedited image. Okay, yeah. So he might get a CSI award for bringing back some details in the building of the houses. Interesting feel. See, it's always nice to get this. So some people have edit, they go a certain way. Some people go another way. It's all down to like experiences and things, like how people like to see things. So that's a nice perspective there that I wouldn't have got otherwise. So Magipoo, thank you. That was a nice job. Let's have a look at the last one. Magipoo's last one, my favorite one, because have you ever been to the carnival or fun fair? I ask you that because let me bring up his edit. He's gone and made the steam into candy floss. That was my big reveal. So see, he's changed the color. It's a bit more like creative, isn't it? So I like that. Let me get the original up. There you go. And there you go. He's giving it like a girl vibe. It's a good one for like Women's Day or something maybe. But I wonder how he did that. Do you think he... Because look at that like the splatter of it. It's got like intense pink there. He's basically candy flossing it. What that guy should do is get a little pot and get the kids to buy it and he can sell candy floss steam to them. Just walk into the steam. Are you based from Europe, mate? Yes, I'm in UK, England, Birmingham to be exact. Yeah, I didn't ask. Where are you from, Xander? Because I know we've got a nice mix of people here. Lakshmi, I know you're from India, I think. Because originally I'm from Pakistan. And we're neighbours. Lakshmi and me would have been neighbours back when we lived in our home countries. Yes, Scott Dyer, where are you from? Let's have a look. That was a nice job there. Because it's always nice to see where people come from, like their backgrounds and stuff. The Philippines, oh wow. See, how amazing is that? Getting people from all sorts of places around the world and we're in one chat room. Call it a chat room, but chat in a YouTube video, which is amazing. Magipoo, good job. I like that edit. That was one of my favorites. He can get the Candy Floss award because that looks like candy floss. Okay, now let's have a look. Paja, are you here, Paja? I read your mind, Lakshmi. Great minds think alike. Paja, last time on the last show, he submitted one, but he likes to make it last minute. I missed him, so sorry, Paja. But this time I've got your image. We're gonna have a look at it now. I'm not coming in too hot, am I? Let me have a look. Paja's one is Paja. Okay, Paja. I bet it's an open behind me, isn't it? And yeah, you can see him pop behind my screen. Let's bring it over there. Ooh, Paja. Nice job. The other ones I managed to have a look at, but because you put yours in last minute, okay, there's a bit more depth there, a bit more clarity. Let me bring up the original. He's cropped it in again. He's cropped it in a bit further. And, okay, is this down to the edit? So you know that hose pipe on the floor? Here it's green. Here it's blue. So does that mean he's edited also yellow's a bit more deeper green? Nice job. I was about to type that I like participating in these, like make sure we want to edit more. Yes, I think it's good sometimes because what happens is we started this off as edit my raw on my Zulf Talks channel, which is like a separate channel. I'll link you to like the playlist. We've done 6 of these before and it's really good because I think seeing them on Reddit, like it's not the same. There's so much stuff that I want to say or do, but you can't really say it in writing. It's good to speak sometimes because like the feelings and emotions you get, they're different reacting to them versus saying to them. And also learning stuff from you guys, like these extra layers of things that you do, the editing that you do, the techniques. And hopefully once this series kicks off, we're going to make a regular of this. I'm already working with people about edit my video. So that's like another thing that is in the pipeline, but we've made it photography, so I'm sticking to photography related subjects, but it's always nice to do. Is Alan? Yes. Oh, okay. I think you played with the hue of the green and aqua a lot. Okay. Page's edit looks like some witch brewing something underneath. Let's have a look. Let me have a look. Oh yes. Yes, okay. Just making sure I don't miss on the chat. So I've got chat up on top of my head. Let me just bring that down so it's a bit bigger. Ah, that's a lot better. I basically got a monitor here, landscape, so it's about like that tall. So I can see the chat and see you guys. Okay. So that's nice. Let's go back to here. Let's see what else we got. That was a nice job. Paja, let me just refresh to make sure there wasn't any late entries. Okay, yeah, that looks good. That was a quick look at Edit My Raw, and I'm glad you guys popped in and were able to take part. It's always great to hear from you. And let's just check this. We spoke to a few different people today. We had the guest on speaking about smartphone photography. We've had a look at the Edit My Raw section. So let me just make sure we are good. So I'll set up one of these again next week. Was this time and day okay for everybody? Because I'm planning to do them at this time of day because it gives more people around the world a chance to join us. I can make it a little earlier or later. Let me know in chat how you feel about that. And also, do you have a preference to types of photos that you want to see? I've got a massive library of photos that I could like share with you guys and let you edit. So is there something you prefer to edit? And I'll make sure to make that happen. And we can see your edits earlier. Yeah, I did it at 3 o'clock today, so I can knock it up 2 hours and do it at 1. Where are you, Scott? Are you in the UK or where are you from? Just so I get a GMT. We're in GMT time right now. We're at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I started at 3, so we've been going for an hour. So well done. We had a nice session today. Poland. Okay, so you're Europe, so you're probably 1 hour behind me, maybe. So if I was to do it 12 noon here or 1 o'clock in the afternoon, that might be a good time. Because I know Lakshmi's about 5 hours behind me. So you would, or is it in front of me? In front of me. So it's probably like at 8 p.m. or something. Okay, good. Yes, we'll keep an eye out. So today I've tried in the past. The last time I did it at 2 o'clock UK time, we had a good response. A lot of people were able to make it. So I might knock it up an hour from 3 in the UK to 2. So we can get a few more people. So I don't want to keep you up too late or too early. But yeah, it's always good to get your opinions on these. So thank you everybody for joining us in chat. We'll keep an eye out and I'll go back on Reddit and comment the awards that everybody's got. And they can come back and watch the video and our reactions to them. So it's really good to see everybody today. Make sure to check out the description for show notes and how you found the show. We've got a sponsor in there and some links to Amazon. So if you buy anything on Amazon, if you use that link, a small bit of the profits go to us to help us keep these shows coming to you. So thank you everybody for joining us. Big shout out to, let me bring up your names. Participants. Alan, Lakshmi, Scott. Thank you very much. Xander. We had loads of people popping in throughout chat. Alan. So it was really good to speak to you and I hope to see you guys soon. So that was the photography live show and we hope to see you next week again. Take care and bye-bye.